happened here today?
So we received the call right at 11 o'clock at the intersection here at Canary Street and Baldwin Street, and this was involving a collision between a cyclist and a larger truck, a delivery truck behind us at the scene. When we arrived on scene, our duty inspector found the cyclist with serious injuries. That male party, who was described now as just a middle-aged male, he was taken to a local hospital with life-threatening injuries. Unfortunately, that male succumbed to his injuries. He has been pronounced dead, and right now our collision investigation unit is here on scene. They're going to be collecting evidence and trying to determine exactly what happened, and speaking with other witnesses as well that may have seen the movements of the cyclist and of that delivery truck as well, to determine what charges would be applicable in these circumstances.
Are we looking at speed as a factor or anything? Because obviously the roads are bare, so that would be possibly an issue, right?
Well, it's a T intersection. It's uncontrolled other than a stop sign for any vehicles traveling in a westbound direction. So we are going to be looking at who had the right of way, which vehicles were traveling what direction. So once they conclude all of their evidence collecting and speaking with witnesses, we'll have a better understanding of exactly what transpired and what led to the unfortunate death of this cyclist.
Do you have any information on the cyclist, an age?
Right now, all I have is a male, middle-aged. We are still waiting to do notification to family members, so we are holding off with any other information or any identification of that person.
Now we're just hearing concerns from residents here that this is a pretty bad intersection for speeding. Have you heard that as well?
I haven't personally heard that, but I can see that being an issue. This is one of the main arteries coming from the 407, and also people heading onto the 407, heading to the early commute and also the rush hour traffic. So I could see that vehicles would be usually in those certain situations, vehicles are traveling at a high rate of speed. People are kind of focused on going to work. So I don't know in this case if that applies or not, but I know that that would be a concern for the residents of this community. This is why we're always out, enforcing the speed limits posted within these residential streets. This is a residential neighborhood where there's a lot of neighborhoods nearby, a lot of kids, a lot of people crossing the roadway. So, we always ask people to slow down and be very attentive in these types of, neighborhoods.
How long do you think the investigation unit will be on scene?
I know that our investigators will be here for several hours. We are going to be using a remotely piloted aerial device, so we are going to be using that. That usually expedites the closure of the roadways, takes aerial shots, and also photographs the evidence from above. So that will be utilized shortly, and we'll probably be here for a few hours.
The driver of the van, is he in any way injured?
There was no injuries to the driver of the delivery truck. It's a male party. He has stayed on scene and is cooperating with this investigation.
Was it this way? Which direction would it come in? Because it looks like maybe it would coming down the way, bit of a blind corner, somewhat.
So I can't get into the specifics yet of the direction of travel. I'm gonna wait for the experts of our collision investigation units to give me that information. I kind of have an idea of what happened, but I'd rather, after looking at the evidence, that they give me the exact information. They can confirm that by looking at the evidence. So I'll probably wait for their direction.
Okay. Anything else to add?
Just if anyone has seen what happened, if any witnesses didn't stop and speak with officers, we ask that they contact Durham Regional Police Collision Investigation Unit.
Okay. Is it just the